And you see, when Jesus Christ came, He redeemed us from both guilt and shame. Many times Paul would use these two words, justification and redemption. He talks about justification, that He took our guilt upon Himself, the penalty that was supposed to be upon us. He took it upon Himself, Jesus, so that we no longer would stand guilty before a holy God, but guiltless, taking away justification just as if you've never sinned. In the sight of God, you've been justified. And then redemption, that our shame has been taken away from us, to restore you to a position of honor. To restore you to a position of honor. I want to illustrate it this way. I want to ask Joe. I've asked Joe to be my model for today, okay? I wanted to look for somebody who could easily put on a shirt and off a shirt, because without being worried about the hair getting messed up. Sorry. Mino del na tapos niloko pa no. But anyway, all of us here have things in our life that when we wish did not happen. Either we didn't do or wasn't done to us. And if we had the chance to reformat that memory drive and delete all those, you wish you could. Okay? Whether it's something that was done to you or you did. And if I ask you today, think of the number one thing that you're shameful and embarrassed about that you've ever done. All right? And I'm sure it'll pop up into your mind. You know what that is. Right? You know what that is. The thing that's caused shame or even just hurt an offense against God. And if I ask you, talk to the person beside you and share with that person what that is. You will not share that. You'll probably downgrade it to the second, third, fourth, or fifth. Right? Because the thought of it will make you cringe. Why? Because it's brought a lot of shame to yourself, to your family, to friends. It's caused a lot of shame. And we walk through life carrying this thing. And when Jesus Christ came, that's what it's essentially what He's done. He took our shame when He was publicly crucified on the cross in front of everybody else. The shame was placed upon Him, and the full wrath of God poured on Him in Calvary. That's why you and I today, okay, Bible says that shame was taken out. And this is what essentially what God did. Okay, pull your shirt down. Okay, all right. Takes the shame off and puts on. Okay, Jesus talks about the robe of righteousness. The Bible talks about the robe of righteousness that Jesus gives us. That today we have been restored to a position of honor. That you are sons and daughters of the Most High God. That you were made in the image and likeness of God. That no longer do you walk through life with shame, but you are co-heirs with Christ. That you are son and daughter, which makes you a prince or a princess in the kingdom of God. And the problem is sometimes we walk through life knowing this, and yet we carry this around. I remember what I did. I remember what she did. I remember how I was abused and molested. I remember this. Bible says no shame. Jesus took this. As far as the east is from the west, that's how far He removed our transgressions away from us.